Hello everyone, welcome to Search Online Academy. This is Zeko Chimana. Today I'm going to take you through encapsulation in Java. And this is the video number 13 on our playlist, Object-Oriented Programming using Java. So guys, if you are new to this channel, please click that subscribe button. And also our stats are showing that guys, we have got a lot of people, like 45% of our views are from those people who are actually not subscribers to this channel. So guys, if it happens to be you who are watching this video and you are not subscribed to this channel, please please just subscribe to this channel, guys, so that you can motivate us to do more videos. Okay, so thank you for subscribing to this channel. So let's start this video. So let's look at encapsulation in Java. So encapsulation is actually one of the 4 pillars of object-oriented programming concept in Java. So encapsulation is defined as the wrapping up of data under a single unit, which is called a class in Java. So Java is class-based as well as object-oriented. So that process of binding the data members or variables with the methods which will be working on those variables or which will be manipulating those variables, that process is the one that we call as encapsulation in Java. And it's very important so as to restrict the access maybe to some or to the parts of a certain object in Java. This is a very important concept in Java. This is a very important concept in object-oriented programming, because here we are saying we are restricting some part of your objects, or we are restricting some part of your code so that other users or others cannot edit or can just access them but cannot edit just like that, guys. So it's just like, for an example, you as a person, there are some of things that you are willingly to show or willingly to give to everyone, but there are some of the things that you do not want to share with anyone, just like that. So to achieve that in programming, we use the concept that we call encapsulation. So encapsulation can be achieved by declaring all the variables in the class as private and writing public methods in the class to set and get the values of a variable. So what we are saying is, to achieve this, you can declare all the data members or all the variables as private, and then now you have the public methods, right, to actually set or access that variable. What it means is that you are giving the users or other programmers to use the class that you have generated, and you are giving them access through the public method, which means if you do not want them to have access, you cannot give them the public setter or the public get method to your variable, just like that. So that's what we are saying is encapsulation. So for an example, it's more defined with the setter and the getter method here. So if you look at this one, you've got the string name and age. These are private variables for a specific class, for a certain class. And if you look at that, we have the string get name, the set name, as well as the get age and set age. If you look at these methods, if you look at getter methods, these getter methods, they are not void methods. They are returning something, and they are returning the name as well as the age, if you look at them. But if you look at the setter methods, these methods are void methods, which means they doesn't return anything, but they are taking a parameter, which is the name that we are using to set the variable. So in other words, you are giving a window to someone to see through contents of this object or the contents of this class through these public getters and setter methods. So for a getter method, you just need to make sure that you return a specific type, while for setter method, you just need to take the value and set the variable. So you are manipulating the variable through methods, and these methods we are setting them public. If you do not want people to have access or to have just the read only, you cannot give them the setter method. So just give them the get method so that they can just read from the variable. They cannot modify it. Only you can modify it in your class, but otherwise the outside world cannot interact with that variable. Just like that. That's what we call encapsulation. So the advantages are that we can achieve data hiding. We can hide the contents of your object from all other objects or from all other users, just like that. Also, we can use increased flexibility for reading and writing. You can actually give them the option to only write to your variable but not to read. right, by just giving them the setter method but not giving them the getter method. Also, it enhances code reusability as well as testing code is just as is. Okay, so guys, before we finish this tutorial, I just want to dive into a demonstration where I can demonstrate how can you achieve encapsulation in Java so that you can have full understanding. So guys, this is the project that I've actually created in the class that I've created called Java Encapsulation. You can give it the name, any name that you want, and you've got a main method. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have two variables here, and I'm going to mark them private, and I'm going to have name just like that, and I'm also going to have private, right, int age just like that. So after having these two variables and I named them, I gave them the access modifier private, which means they are only accessible through this class. Otherwise, no other outside world can access these variables. Just like that, any programmer or anyone cannot access these ones unless if I gave them the setter methods or the getter methods for them to be able to manipulate this. So this process of binding together the methods which will be manipulating the variables and the variables itself, that's what we call encapsulation. So here I'm going to give others the way to access these variables, which is going to be maybe via a public setter and a getter method. So if I say public, since it's a setter method, it's just a void method, it doesn't return anything. So it's public void set name, and this one needs to take a parameter, which is the name that we are going to pass, right, just like that. So I'm going to use this keyword to reference to the instance variables for that object which will be running that method. Okay, so I'm going to put name here. So this name is this name that we have. So if you are going to use this method, you are going to pass, if you're going to use this method, you're going to pass a name here, and that name you're going to pass it here, and then you're going to modify this name with the value that you have actually sent us. So this is a way of giving access to our private data members. So we only give access to what we want you to access, otherwise we are not going to give you access. So that's what we are calling encapsulation. So we are binding together the private data members as well as this accessors and setters methods, just like that, into a single unit which is called a class. That's what we call encapsulation. So I can have another public void, which is a setter method, to set the age, right, set age. So normally you need to use set for setter methods, set something, and for getter methods, get something, right? So you can also put even any name here for the variable age, no problem with that. So here I can put age just like that. So I can only set these variables using these set methods if I want to do it outside this class. Get me correctly, if I want to do it outside this class. So we are exposing this via the set name and set age outside this class. Otherwise they cannot actually read it, they can only set. But if you want to provide access for them to be able to read and write, which means we can also provide another public method, and now it needs to return something because we want to get this string name, right? So I'm going to say get name just like that, and then here it needs to return the name, which is this dot name, just like that. I will do the same for what, for age public, and then since it's age it's int, then I'll say get age just like that, and I'll return this dot age, I'll return the age as well, just like that. So if I want to use this method, for now I'm just going to use these methods in this class. Next time when we are doing inheritance, maybe that's where I can demonstrate, but because we are not yet doing inheritance, I'm just going to keep it cool, guys, so that let's so that it will be easier for you to understand. I do not want to mix this concept. We've got 4 pillars of object-oriented programming concept, and we're going to do them one by one. So next we're going to do encapsulation. So please subscribe to this channel so that you will be right here, or the notification will be sent to you when we do those more videos. Okay, so I can have an object Java encapsulation. That's the encapsulation. Let me just name it J equals new Java. Sorry for the class name, is a little bit long. Encapsulation, sorry. Okay, so I've created a new object and I want to set the name for this object J, so I can use set method. All right, set age. So I'm just going to set the age, and I'll set the age to 25. So if I try to print out this, I can print out, say maybe this out, and I'll say j.get age, right? So in other words, this is how the outside world will be able to interact with our object, with our our data, right? So they'll be using these setters and accessor or getters methods, just like that. If you look at this, I've used the set age to set the age of this object J, and I've also used the get age to get the object, to get the age of this object what J, just like that. So how is this magic happening? If you pass 25 here through set age, it is going to pass 25 here, and the 25 will be set to this object of J is what's age. And actually, if you try to access the age using get, you are going to get the age of the what of this J object, so which is 25, just like that. We can do the same with the name, just like that. So this is how you can achieve encapsulation in Java. You can achieve encapsulation through the use of what, of getters and setters methods. So you just need to make all the variables or all the data members private, and then use the public getters and setter method to access and manipulate those data members, just like that. So this is what we call encapsulation in Java. So guys, thank you for watching this video up to now. I thank you for that, guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and also to like and comment, guys. So if you think there's something that we need to improve on, please guys put it in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video.